What's up, guys? We're playing some rapid chess on chess.com. Before I jump into the first game, there is a Black Friday bundle for my Breaking 1500 course. We've thrown in some extra courses, so I highly recommend you check that out. There wasn't many, but one of the complaints that I would get from time to time about Breaking 1500 is people who are like, I don't really like the openings that you recommended. I don't like the Stonewall for white, and I don't like the Owens defense for black. Well, the bundle now has extra opening systems for white and black, so you have lots of options when it comes to the opening, and then you get all the other stuff that's in Breaking 1500 too, like the middle game tactics and strategy and how to not blunder and end game lessons and everything else. So now would be a great time if you've been on the fence. Highly recommend you check it out. Links in the description, and it'll take you right to the Black Friday bundle. Okay, having said that, we're playing a rapid game. We're 2460. And I've been on a streak here, so let's see if we can keep it going. Let's play e4. We're playing against a 2393 who's playing the French defense. So we're going to go with the Alapin Gambit and see what they do. Are they going to take the free pawn? That's the question. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? All right, we've got them thinking. They don't take it, so we'll play f3, and we will recapture here if they take me. And I like to play this as fast as possible because sometimes we do catch them in a trap if we pre-move. Okay, so I pre-moved it intentionally to make it seem like I missed this. Okay, they're smart enough to know it's a trap. All right, so they didn't fall for my trap. Okay, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. Bishop e7, let's castle. I think I'll play knight c3 here. Let's get all the pieces out. Everything looks nice and pretty. And the nice thing about this pawn not being here is we can bring our queen over very easily. And if they ever castle, we're going to attack their king. Now, it looks like our opponent is not going to castle, which is unfortunate. I always have so much fun when they castle. But we can't force them to do it, obviously. And if they don't, we'll just figure out a new plan. So let's see. Now is kind of the moment where if they're going to castle, they would probably do it now. If not, they might play something like b6, put the bishop here, or bring out the queen, or c4, or knight d5, I guess. Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's a real interesting one, because if I take, we've now opened up the e file, and bishop g5 looks a bit annoying. I think I'm going to do that. And of course, if you take this way, well, this bishop's very bad. So, oh, they do. Interesting. Okay. So knight e5. The problem is they're going to just make the trade. I don't know if I like that position. I could pin this, but there's a6. b5. I have to run over here. The bishop comes there. I'd rather my bishop stay here. Queen g3 is one way to attack. Knight e5. I'm going to go queen g3. I'm going to see how they're going to respond to this. Because if you're not going to castle, maybe you play bishop f6. Unless they're going to sacrifice the pawn. Or g6. Whoa. Okay, g6 is just such a weakening move. I'm just surprised to see that. Because look at these dark squares. Wow. I mean, maybe I even just play knight g5 and just say, how are you going to defend that? Unless you're going to give me your bishop. Let's go. Let's go attack the weakness. You see a weakness, you have to attack it, right? So what we're going to do. What's up, Rob? How's it going, man? Ryan, you're getting my course this weekend. All right. Awesome, dude. Hey, Laura Lee. See you there. He goes knight f6. Okay, so he's stopping this. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, my instinct is telling me I should play something like rook f3 or rook f2 and double up the rooks. Let's do it. I'm choosing f3 only because it stays away from any potential tactics where the knight might hit my rook. Also, you never know when it's going to be nice to swing the rook across. It also defends the bishop. But you could make an argument f2 was okay as well. But yeah, that's why I'm choosing this. It does take away the square from my knight. Okay, now he castles. This guy is surprising me. I'll just say that. Wow. Creates these weaknesses and then just castles there like it's no big deal. I can't believe this is good for... I don't believe it. Okay, option 1, we play queen h4, and we try to checkmate. So how's he going to stop that? Queen h4, I guess he would play h5. But h5 allows me... Let's see, if I sack... I don't know if I can get away with sacking. Also, just rook f1 is very appealing. Just getting those guys in position to potentially sacrifice. I think we should just set everything up. I think we should set everything up before I get too crazy with the attack. So let's get everybody in position. And now I think we are ready. I think we are ready to really make the threat. Because now if you, like, for example, g4, knight g4 isn't really an option anymore because now you have to worry about this, right? I think. Although it gets tricky because you have this and this. Ooh, it's very tricky, actually. I mean, I'm assuming black's going to play bishop d7, but I guess they could do something. No, h5. I have no idea what this guy's thinking. Okay. Knight h5. Okay, let's think. Hold on. So we have these two moves with the queen, which seem to make sense. I don't love going into a pin. But also, if I go here, I just lose a piece, actually. Maybe I have to go here. But then if he does this, what am I doing? What am I doing? Bishop g6. Takes. Check. Bishop takes. The other move is here, but then f6 looks... Well, hold on. f6, I take. He takes. I take a queen. But I lose my knight. All right, let's go queen h4. I'm a little bit concerned with h6. I think we have to sack and hope that it works out for us, though. So I'm missing an opportunity to do it a different way. Which is very possible, actually. So, okay, h6. Check there. Ooh, we could almost... No, we can't sack the queen, can we? No, that's probably too crazy. Okay, so let's say h6, bishop g6. Bishop g6. If you take here, I'm happy. So you have to take me. I'm down a piece. But then I can do what? Trade here, which does what for me? Nothing. Doesn't do anything for me. What if I take here first? What if I take here? If you take me, Man, there's got to be a win here, guys. There has to be. I don't know why my brain is not working. Okay, rook takes f7. If you take here, do I have anything? Yeah, I guess I could take, and at least I'm getting a lot of compensation. Okay, that's fine. So if you take here, same deal. I take, and I take here. Fine. Okay, so if you take me, I take with the rook, and then you take, do I have anything? That's what I'm concerned about. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Man. So what can I do? Knight f7. Knight e6. This is amazing. This is so amazing. Bishop g6 takes. G4. Maybe that's an interesting line. G4, because if you take me here, I take back. And I'm happy. So you would probably have to go, what, knight back there? But then no, I can't because the bishop's... I don't know, guys. I'm just really struggling here. All right. I guess I'll play this one. I don't see what else to do. And I want to leave myself a little bit of time in case my opponent does make a mistake. I want to have time to finish out the game, so... Yeah, this is not that great. He's just going to play knight f6. Basically just down a piece for no compensation. Man. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So sad. The knight f6. I guess we just have to move our knight and... Then what? Okay, at least I'm attacking these things. Okay, maybe I have a little bit of compensation still. Maybe a little bit. But g5, I guess takes. Yeah, okay, we have a little bit of compensation. We have something going on. Oh, he goes back there. Okay, I did not see that at all. Wow. Guy's finding everything. It's a good move. It was a very good move. Because he's forcing this queen trade. Or is he? I guess I can go here. Yeah, we don't want a queen trade. We do not want a queen trade. Actually, it does force the queen trade. Wow. He's going to take me and go queen g5. I can't stop it. Well, looks like we're losing this game, guys. All right. Can't do anything about it. We will just have to try to survive down a piece, which is not going to happen, but he's going to go there, force the trade. I'm going to try to activate my rook, at least something. Okay. Even if I pin it, there's going to be bishop b7. That's the issue, right? I'm really curious how this happened because the moves that they were playing looked really awful. And I'm just so surprised that they can get away with this, you know? I'm really surprised. Bishop a6. I'll play c3. Nope, they go there instead. Okay. I just don't want the rook coming in. If they do this, then at least I can take this pawn. Still not good for me, but something. Check would be a good move, I think. I put my king here. I'm going to lose this pawn. They're probably going to move their bishop somewhere. Where? Here, maybe? Let me try to hold on to this pawn. I'm going to try. Maybe I can go rook b7 and take this guy. Okay, they stopped that. Let me attack this. Maybe try to make it pass pawn. I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Okay, we can push this. No, we can't push that. Hmm. Whoa. Didn't see that one. This guy's too strong. He's too strong. Defend my pawn. Yeah, okay. I really felt like they were playing bad moves early. So let's see if I was right or if I was just crazy. Because I thought they were like surely playing bad moves. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, 95. Not really a good move. Queen, I played the best move. Okay. Yeah, it's an awful move. It's an awful move. So I was right about that. I should have played bishop h6. Knight g5 was not the correct approach. And then they castled. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing, guys. They played some bad moves, and then they played every single engine move for the rest of the game. I don't know what that means, but I'm a little bit suspicious. I'll just say that. I'm just a little bit suspicious. All right, let's go to the next game. Should have played bishop h6, but still, like after knight h5, it was like engine for the rest of the game. So I don't know. Okay, so Caro-Kann, let's play d4. Let's go for our crazy gambit. Bishop c4, f3. Von Hennig gambit. Okay, bishop f5 is a good one. Let's take it. Let's go knight f3. I think this is a little better than queen f3. Queen f3 is... There's more tricks, but this is probably just the better move. Let's go here. Force them to either trade or retreat. Bishop b4. Okay. That one is interesting. So I can't take the knight because it's pinned. So bishop d2 or castle. If I castle, I'm basically saying I'm going to sack a pawn. I'm not sure if I want to sacrifice a pawn there. Okay, so let's just go bishop d2. Which way do I take this? Yeah, with the queen. Because we defend our pawn, keep the knight on a good square. We do walk into a pin, but without the knight, it's not a big deal. Okay, and now I can castle either way. Let's go this way. Activate the rook on the F file. Okay, and I think a lot of times when you have a pin like this, you don't want to just leave it, especially if you have an easy way to force them to leave. So I'll play a3. If they take, I'm happy to recapture here, and it actually strengthens my center. Yeah, we get some doubled pawns and an isolated pawn, but who cared? Okay, so they do go back. Now the pin is gone, so my knight is free. That's good. And I think I will bring this rook to the open half-open file. Okay. How do we do this? How do we do this? I really want to jump my knight in here, but I don't want to lose my queen. So I guess I could do it and take with the rook. That would be one way. Or I move the queen away. Let's move the queen away. How about we do that? Okay, c5. I think I'm going to push. Because if you take, you open up this diagonal for them. I'm going to push because if you take here, then the bishop is now weak, undefended. And if you just do nothing, I'll take here and I'll take here, right? So we have some something going on. Oh, is there a tactic though? I should have looked at this sooner. Wait a second. I take with the knight, hit the bishop, he takes here. Maybe I messed up. I might have made a mistake here. Okay, well, let's see if we can find a way out of it. I forgot about the bishop h2. Although I wonder if I still have a trick here. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have a trick. Okay. Question is, which way do I take? That is the big question. I could play queen e5. Then we go into an end game. I don't think I have enough pawns, but... All right. I do have active pieces, though. It's actually not as bad as it looks. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can hold on to this ending. I messed up. I forgot about bishop h2, but I don't think our position is as bad as you might think it is. If I take here, we lose the pawn this way. We do have a fork. Now this is better. Take it this way. Okay. Yeah, let's go get the rook on the 7th rank. Now he could play rook c8 and bishop c6 here. But then I have 95. Or maybe, no, bishop d7. Yeah, I guess rook c8. Yeah, he's going to go bishop c6. Okay, f6. So we have to activate the knight somehow. The question is, where do we go? So we have to go this way. Try to give yourself as many options as possible. Thanks for the content in the book. Recommendations, keep it up and enjoy your holiday. Hey, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'm just going to try to keep being annoying with my knight. Okay, we can take that. What is his plan if I just take the pawn? Obviously, I can go here too. I mean, I guess I just take the pawn. Okay, so everybody talking about the last opponent, he was not playing that natural moves. I can tell you, a lot of his moves were very weird, like G6 and then castling. Like that's not very normal. And then, yeah, I mean, I think you guys are just not quite understanding that why I was suspicious. It's not because I lost the game. It's because the way that it happened. This one could be interesting. He probably wants to go here. I probably should not let that happen. Dun dun dun. Okay, I don't want to give him opportunity to go here. Okay. I guess we have to go here. What is happening, guys? What is happening here exactly? Oh, that's what he wanted to do. Okay, I didn't see that. Hmm. If I trade the knight and bishop, there's probably no way I'm surviving that, right? So I probably need to keep this on the board. Okay. I'm gonna move his bishop where? Here? Here? I think we keep the king in front of the pawns. Try to use my pawn if I can. Try to be annoying. Set up some crazy forks. Keep pushing it. I mean, they're playing pretty fast, so I think there's a chance they could blunder something. Especially with the knight. Knights are tricky, right? Let's keep attacking the bishop. Keep trying to create threats. I'm threatening knight h6, by the way. Okay, he sees it. Ah. Gonna get flagged, I think. I think I'm gonna get flagged. Probably a draw now, but I may get flagged, right? I have to take it, guys. I'm gonna get flagged otherwise. I have to take the draw here. Yeah. I just didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time. Yeah, he played a good game. He played a good game. I never had an advantage. Even at the end, I wasn't winning. That's fascinating. I thought... Wow, I thought after I won the bishop, maybe I had a win, but no. So right here, he blunders the bishop. Yeah, he finds the draw. It's just a draw. Because... I guess there's no way for me to take these without also losing my pawn. And I guess a knight and a rook against a king and a rook is just not going to be enough. But this seemed like a nice way to just end the game. I was hoping he was going to move here. Then I would win. Just push it. All right, let's play another game. You lost 2 points. Super Y 12-17. Well, I've been having so much fun with the Elephant Gambit. I think we should do it. I think we should do it again. Elephant Gambit. Let's go. Let's go. We push. He's going to go queen e2 and pin me. We defend. He's going to play either d3 or knight c3. And against this one, we go bishop e7 and we castle. And the idea is we were trying to get our rook here as fast as possible to line up on the king and the queen. So he's going to take it and I'm going to castle. This is what's going to happen. If you take here, I take back, and then I do have the threat available. I don't think he's going to take this. Although you can, and just play d4 and put your bishop there. It's not like awful, but I just have a feeling he's going to play something else. Maybe d3 or... Yep, okay. We take with the queen. Take back here with the bishop if they take. By the way, the person earlier who I hid from the chat was calling me Kramnik, which I don't appreciate that comment. And a lot of people have been saying it. Whenever I'm suspicious that someone cheated against me, that's kind of what they say. I don't appreciate that at all because it's two totally different things. I've never accused a grandmaster of cheating, first of all. I've never accused someone who is literally on YouTube, right, explains their thought process. Like, it's not even in the same ballpark. I'm talking about random accounts that are like generally months old, sometimes a couple years old, right? It's not even in the same ballpark. And so I do get pretty upset when people say that about me because it's just like, it just shows that they have no idea what they're talking about, right? People who say that. So if I'm a little bit upset, that's kind of part of it. Let's go knight c6. Get the knight out, get the bishop out. We're threatening knight d4. We can play rook e8 too, but he's going to castle at some point. I don't know if he can castle that way. Okay, so there's a double attack here. No, it's not. This is defended, so we're fine. So we just have to deal with the queen. So let's think about what is most likely to happen. He wants to castle this way to get away. He's defending, right? So probably my queen would be best positioned here. I mean, maybe this is not bad either, but yeah, I think he's trying to get away this way. So oh, he goes back. Wow. He actually is going to do this. That's crazy. Right, for some reason, I didn't think he had enough time, but I guess technically he does. Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Okay, well, I'll just go here and develop. I mean, I think I have to basically do this and this. And now he's going to castle this way, and I guess we have to go back. Kind of wasted some time, but you know what? It's fine. Yeah, we could do queen h5. Okay, actually, I could still set up a nice little threat here with bishop d6. You guys see that, right? Oops, sorry. You see that, right? We go here, we take, checkmate. I should have played it first. Should have played it first. Messing this all up, guys. Messing it all up. Okay, well, at least we trade this. I still have a threat, though. I still think I'm threatening this. Maybe. Because if the queen takes knight d4, looks really good. If the knight takes, do I have enough compensation is the question. Okay, if queen takes, knight comes in, I'm very happy with that, I think. So the big question is if the knight takes, what's going on? So I'm going to take queen f4 you can't do because I take this. Knight g3. But then I have like knight e5 and I'm coming in. That's an awful lot of... Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It looks like some kind of long-term compensation here, guys. So we're going to go for it. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to take it with my queen. I could immediately go knight e5. Whoa, knight g3. Knight g3. But he's forcing me to move the queen. Okay. Queen d5. Queen here. Where do I want my queen, guys? Let's think about this. So I want to play either knight d4 or knight e5 and try to take advantage of this square afterwards. Ideally, I would want my queen to be attacking that square, which only leaves queen d5 as the only... But then c4 is annoying. But maybe c4 is not really a good move. I don't know. Okay, we'll go there. I guess c4, I just move my queen somewhere else. Okay, so takes, we jump in with knight e5. Knight f5, okay, it doesn't do it. Let's go here. Has to be the move because we have to take advantage of these weaknesses. Queen h4, because if you try to chase me away, I go here and I win. You play d4, I go here. Oh, it's queen h4. It's queen h4, guys. You see what's happening? So, oh, not to mention if you go here, I could even consider taking it. Ooh, that's a nice one with the tactic there. But then I'm going into an endgame. Probably don't have enough pawns. So I think the correct way would be here. So he's going to move his rook. I know he's going to move his rook. Which is really annoying. Wait. No, it's not. Never mind. I could still go there, right? This is a big deal, actually. This is a big threat, guys. Because it's essentially a fork. And he's a bit jammed up. He does go with the rook. So if I do it, takes, he takes. Oh, you kidding me? This guy found this move. You guys see it, right? It's a back rank checkmate. That's good. That's good. That was a good move. We have to fix it. We have to fix that problem. Now I'm actually threatening to go there now. Okay, so he's not stopping it. So does he not see my threat, guys? Or does he not care about my threat? Here. Takes, the queen moves. Check. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he doesn't care. Because you could just play like queen f3 and then I don't actually have checkmate. I have a check, but you just move and you run away. That's so sad. All right. So how could we do this? How do we do this? For some reason, I didn't think he was going to do that. Check, takes, check, I move, he takes, he has 2 rooks and a knight for a queen. He's going to be winning. Interesting. I mean, maybe I have to go for this line, which I didn't want to do. Ah. Yeah, I didn't want to do this, but I didn't see anything else. So what's the situation? We have a knight and a pawn for a rook. It's not enough. It is not enough. I'm going to lose this one, actually. Wow. Actually going to lose it. So we have a knight for a rook. Yeah, I messed this up. Should have played, if I would have played bishop d6 first, and I was going to do it, and then I just forgot he was going to play bishop f4. If I would have played bishop d6 first, I think this would have been a different game. I think it would have been a totally different game. Now I'm really upset at myself. Right here. I should have played bishop d6 first. Get control of that diagonal. Then go here next. Totally different game. Now I just have to suffer in this ending. I'm going to try to attack this pawn. I can. I mean, of course it's going to be a loss, but I'm just trying to make it tricky somehow. Yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. I wonder if I had... I don't think I had any chances. I don't know why he's giving me his rook, though. That seems silly. It seemed a little bit silly. He could have just sacked and then got a queen. Why did he do that? I mean, of course he's still winning, but why even give me the knight? You know? Very weird. So weird. This guy's so weird. All right, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I think I messed that all up. Okay, actually no. I never really had a chance. Well, right here, yeah, Stockfish says bishop d6 is the best move. Now he has to find... Oh, he has 94, though. He did have 94. Okay. And he's going to get my bishop anyway. I see. So it didn't actually matter in that moment. Okay. Queen h5 was fine. All right. And then at the very end, let's see. Did I have any other tricks here? Okay, Stockfish says rook takes e2 is the best move. So that was good. Yes. He found knight g3. c4. Wow, b3 is the best move. That's crazy. I should have actually just moved my knight here, it says. Okay. I was wondering if like around here I had a chance. Apparently not. Well, this guy played like perfectly. He did everything right. Yeah, he did everything right. I never had a chance. If I would have played, let me see. If I would have played check and e3. No, it's still losing. He's just sacks. Yeah, this is what I was saying though at the end. Like, why didn't he just do this? Why would you not just sack this? Like, everybody's going to do that. I don't understand. Everybody is going to do that. This is the easy thing to do. Why would you want to play against the knight, right? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, what are you going to do? Let's go again. E5. Damn it. I mean, I've been doing really well with this, so I guess you just keep going. If it's not broken, you don't fix it, right? He plays e4. What is that? What is happening here? So normally, you know, you don't want to do this, but I think this is one of those situations where it's not that big of a deal, even though you lose castling rights, because you can tuck your king here and you're actually fine. So I think we're okay. Okay, so basically the plan is put the king here, because you know there's going to be a rook coming over. Yeah, that last game, I didn't think he was cheating until the very end when you didn't take the knight. That was the only moment where I was like, wait a second. Everything else seemed fairly normal for a strong player. But at the end, like, you don't do that normally. Like, you don't, especially if you're good, you're like, okay, what's the easiest, cleanest way to win? Sack this, get a queen. Really basic. The fact that he allowed me to fork him, gave me the knight, that was the only thing where I was like, I don't know about that, but whatever. We'll never know. There's so many people, like, there's so many legitimate people. Some of them are not legitimate. Like, you're never going to know. So, okay, this is smart, actually. See, I thought he was going to go here and I was going to pin him. But this is smart because now I ask c3. But I can't attack the pawn myself. So we may end up with a trade here. You came here for the bathroom gambit. He plays f4, so he gives me the opportunity to save my pawn, but then his knight comes out. Yeah, I'm going to save the pawn. I'm going to save the pawn. He's going to take that way, yes. And now I'm going to go here. I just noticed, okay, we're fine. I noticed knight g5, and I was afraid because there's a fork, there's also an attack here. But on knight g5, I can actually take and then move my knight and move my king. Actually, can I do that? Or does he have an in between? Ooh. All right, we got lucky. He didn't see it. We got lucky. I think he had a really good move there. Knight g5 was actually better than I thought it was. Yikes. Okay, now we should be fine because we can play h6. There's no more knight g5. Our opponent was not paying attention. They think they had a really brilliant move there. Okay, let's take with the king. Get the king out there. controlling all of these squares. I could save the bishop, but I think I'm more interested in getting my rooks active, so I'm going to go here. He wants to trade, fine. Could be a mistake. Maybe I should have kept the bishop, but if thing about it is if I do keep the bishop, then I have to worry about this knight jumping in here, which I don't like. He's threatening to take and take. So now I guess I have to save it. Okay. He gets to d6 square anywhere, at least temporarily, but I do have bishop c7, so. Actually, knight d6, can we sack the rook again? Take here, undermine the support of the knight. That might be something we can do. Yeah, and to be clear, guys, that last opponent, I'm not saying that I thought they were cheating. I just am saying the last move about not taking the knight was weird. That's all I'm saying. I didn't report them, though. Okay, so he wants to double up. So option 1, we go here, and we say, okay, you take, I take, you double up, I go here, we trade, and now we have a bishop against the knight endgame. Option 2, we sack the rook, you take back somehow, and I take. I get a knight and a pawn. Option 3, maybe I go here, threatening to take this way. So if you double up, I take, you take, I take, you come down, check. Ooh, that looks very bad for me. I think I should go with option 1, take that endgame with the bishop against the knight, right? Assuming I didn't miscalculate something. So, I mean, according to the principles, when there's pawns on both sides of the board, bishop should be slightly better than a knight. Another thing about the knight and bishop ending is that this pawn is on a dark square, which means my bishop can attack it. So in theory, that's also a nice thing for me, right? Because I'm going to have a permanent target there. So rook d1, rook d8, and we trade everything, I think makes a lot of sense. See if we can play like Capablanca. Capablanca. People are giving me a hard time for how I say his name. You have to understand, guys, I don't speak Spanish. I didn't learn growing up, so. I mean, I know a little bit, but we spoke English at home. Okay. But he wants to invade with his king, but this is tricky. This is really tricky. Like, the question is, do I want to stop that? Because every time you push, they get a little bit weaker, and then you have to worry about stuff like this, right? So I don't think I want to push that pawn. Now, where do I want my king? I don't. Maybe this way seems like a decent plan. He can invade here, but that's it. That's it. And I just drop it back, and the king can't really come in. Okay. If you guys saw the Capablanca series, we did an endgame where Capablanca had the bishop against the knight. Very similar. I mean, I say similar to this. There was obviously some differences, but some things were similar. I'm going to try to get my king here and play h5, because if I can force him to put his pawns on dark squares, that's a win. Okay, that's a huge win. Because if the pawns are blockaded on dark squares, they're all targets for my bishop at some point. Like h4 king here, h5 is what I would love. So here, h4, h5. If he doesn't do that and he plays like h3, I'm still probably going to go here. Yeah, then I'm going to have a hard time getting through if he just leaves it like that. That's actually probably what he's going to do. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll still play h5 for now. If they're smart, they're just going to play h3 and just leave everything sit like that because I can't get through. Yeah, right, I can't get through. So, how do we proceed? The thing about the bishop that the knight... okay, let me say it this way. Bishops can lose moves very easily, and knights can't. So sometimes in these end games, that is a very big deal. For example, I'm putting this here, right? If this knight ever wants to leave, it loses protection of the pawn. He's no longer defending the pawn. My bishop, on the other hand, can just kind of a lot of times move back and forth. Not in this case, I can't go there. But, ooh, okay, see this? I probably should take advantage of this with b5. Though it does allow knight d4. So b5 takes. His king can come in. What is happening, guys? What is happening? Actually, his king can't come in if I go check. All right, let's go. This is a very risky move because if his knight is able to figure out a way to come and take all my pawns, I'm in trouble. If not, I've cemented some weaknesses that my bishop can take advantage of. The problem is his knight is just so amazing right now. So we'll see how this is going to turn out. Oh, knight d4. I actually didn't think about knight d4. Well, that's not true. I thought about it, but I thought I could play a6. I forgot about this e6 pawn. Now, the thing is... But then he takes here. Ah, this was a mistake. Yeah, this was a big mistake. Well, since we can't defend, we have to go be aggressive and see what happens here. Okay, I can play a6 now. Which I will do and get this pawn. He's going to get that, but now I can take here and get this. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a big trade after all of that. Maybe it is. Of course, we have to be careful that this guy doesn't get away from us. But we do have bishop a5. So, okay, which I'm probably going to have to do. Otherwise, I can't catch it. But now I can't take this because my bishop. Wait, no, I can't. I can go there and take it because it does stop the pawn. It does stop the pawn. Interesting. This is fascinating. He wants to take this with check. Kind of looks like we're heading for a draw. Yeah, it kind of looks like we're heading for a draw. Which honestly is probably a fair result. I was hoping I could have done something different with the bishop, but looks like... Okay, white had the draw. They didn't want it, so they're playing for a win. They're playing for a win. Here, I attacked. Yeah, I have time. I have time to catch it. Because I have 2 moves here, so it's not a problem. Ooh. I'm trying to keep the knight controlled, so that's why I'm keeping the bishop there. And I guess we now run the king over. Okay, so he's stopping that. Hmm. Actually, this is not as simple as I thought it was going to be, because I have to be really careful here. If we lose this pawn, we're going to lose. So I have to make sure we don't lose that guy. Ideally, what I would like to do is bring my king and then sack the bishop at the right moment and then take that. But he's not really giving me the opportunity. Here, b6. Here. The thing is, I don't think he can actually safely take my pawn because I can always defend it, right? Maybe I'll just defend it here. I think this is a draw. Because if you, the only way you can take that is if you bring your knight over there, but then I can take this, right? So you have to leave your king over here, but then you can't take this, and I don't think you can really get through my blockade. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, it should be a draw, right? Of course, I could flag. That's another variable. Actually, if he abandons this pawn at just the right moment, goes over there, takes it with his knight, no, that's going to be hard. It should still be a draw, right? We don't want to take it, obviously, because then he would win. He would take that, block out my king, and win. So we just do it like this. And we wait. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Uh-oh. Oh no, Nelson! I threw it, guys. I threw. Man. Yeah, it was a draw for a while. Although, maybe that endgame was just winning. Let's see. I never had an advantage this game, by the way. Okay, so When did I lose my draw? Okay, yeah, so this was a draw. I'm really curious what the losing move was. Still a draw. Still a draw. Still a draw. Oh, that was it. So moving my king back was the... Why did I even do that? Why did I even do that? I don't know. All I have to do is just keep moving the bishop around, basically. Don't let his king in, and it's a draw. As soon as I let his king get to there, it frees up his knight, and now it's yeah, that was it. I don't know why I did that. I guess the time pressure. I just had to make a move and didn't think it through. Now it's a win. Yeah. So I guess the takeaway is don't let their king get to the pawn. And as long as you prevent that, it's a draw. Otherwise, you're going to lose. Okay. Tricky endgame. Tricky endgame. Man. We're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, guys. Let's do a Grand Prix attack. Well, against g6, I do have to play d4 right away. And then knight f3. Queen goes over here. I was looking at these lines the other day. I think we play e5. Take this. And I think black is supposed to sack a pawn. I think they're supposed to, like, somehow give you the pawn for free, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Which I think is the way to do it. So bishop d7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a main line. Okay, but I don't really like the line where I just take a pawn. I don't feel like it's really a great position, so I'm going to try to find a different way to do it. What if I play bishop f4, try to castle or something and get a little tricky? I don't think this is the main move, but I wanted to do something different intentionally. Wait, this is a mistake, right? This is a mistake because you can't block with the knight. If you block with the queen, oh, I guess your king can come out. Okay, okay. And if I take with the knight, you're going to castle, right? Still looks like it might be good for me, though. Maybe I just play rook d1. Takes, then you castle? Oh, I guess he gets away. And if I trade and then castle, the king comes up here. I mean, still looks not too bad for me, right? Knight d5 is interesting. Or retake and then knight d5. I'm going to go there first. So I'm essentially saying, hey, let's go back to a bishop against knight ending again. Let me try again. Let me try this a second time. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Luckily for me, it's fine. Okay, I guess I have to go knight. Let's see. Here. Because what he was trying to do was, like, if I move my king, he was going to just take my knight, right? For free. I mean, yes, I get the rook, but then it's a knight and a bishop against the rook, which is bad for me. So we save the knight. We stop the check. I actually overlooked that, but luckily we have this move. Could I have moved the bishop back? Yes, I could have moved the bishop back as well, but then we would have gotten this position. Knight against knight. He's going to play rook d8. He has total control of the file. I have no advantage whatsoever. At least this way, I have some pressure here. And then if I'm able to play rook f1, maybe some more pressure here. So I feel like I have a, let's just call it a very slight advantage that I'm trying to hold on to. Because as soon as, if black ever gets time to like get the rooks over and just start trading, you know, it's dead equal. In fact, he might even have an advantage because his king is more active. So I'm trying to make use of what I do have. That being said, maybe he just plays rook d8 and says, you know, double pawns are not a big deal. But at least then I have 3 against 2. And he doesn't have an easy pawn majority because his pawns are doubled. So you could make an argument I have a small plus there. I don't know. I mean, this could not be the right move. I'm not 100% sure. Am I strong enough to be qualified as a coach? Wow. I mean, it depends on what your goals are. Yeah, if you're just trying to like go from 500 to 1,000 or from 1,000 to 1,500, then definitely. You're trying to go from 2,000 to 2,500? Probably not, because I'm still trying to do that myself, right? So, but it's not just about like what's your rating. Like there's so many super GMs that are just not good at explaining stuff. Okay, so obviously we have to start with the most obvious move. What happens if I take his rook? Looks like he's going to take here. If I take, he takes with check. I have to move. He takes me back. And he got a bishop and a pawn. But I have 2 rooks. The other thing is this one. And I could play bishop d4. If he takes a rook, I'm up a piece at that moment. Now, I don't know if I can hold on to it. Because like e5, things are getting... Wow. What a move. What a move. I mean, of course, if I don't want to calculate it... Actually, no, even bishop d4, there's still knight f2. Wow. Bishop g3, I lose a pawn. Lose a pawn, but I have a very active position. Maybe I get a pawn back. Takes. Takes. Yeah, it has to be bishop d4. He takes, I take, and then he plays e5. Wow. Maybe he can get away with that. That's crazy. What a move. What a move. Okay. Am I missing something? Am I not considering something here? F4 doesn't work. We can try to get away from the pin, but like I said, we just lose everything. We can't. I don't think I really have a choice. I think I have to just take the rook and then see what I can do, right? No, I said I could play bishop g3. Takes. I take, he takes check. I go here. Not a good position for me though. All right, let's go. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, he just takes. He just takes back. For some reason, I didn't think that was the way. So what if I just move my rook? What's his plan? He's gonna take this and I just move my other rook? What's the deal? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Maybe he missed this move. Maybe he missed this one. Ah, he wants to go. Wait a second. He wants to take rook f1. He wants to go back to g4. That's what he wants to do. Wow, that's fascinating, actually. He wants to go back. I didn't see that. I missed this move. Wow. Okay, dude. Well, at this point, I may as well get what I can. That was a good move. I didn't see that. I did not see that at all. Let me run over here. So we end up with the knight and the bishop against the rook anyway. It's not what I wanted. But it is what it is. There. Okay, let's go b4. Oh, there's knight h6 though. Ooh, I missed it. I'm missing so much stuff, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just missing everything tonight. That's kind of an important pawn to just blunder too. Yeah. Forgot about knight h6. I thought I had a fork, and I thought I'm getting my piece back, but no, I'm not. Knight h6. Man. He's going to take it. He's going to take it. Can I generate some counterplay? The knight will be misplaced, so maybe we can sneak around this way. Yeah, it's still not over, but I'm just not playing well. Just missing too many things. I mean, he doesn't even have to take it. He could just move his bishop. But if he doesn't take it, then I'm going to start. Okay, he does take it. Let's go here. Let's try to get tricky if we can using the rooks. We'll pretend like we sacrificed it. We'll just pretend. I'm going to try to keep his knight from coming into the game. That's at least something. It's at least something I get in return for that. Okay. B5. What is that? Oh, he wanted to, I see. I see. I think I have to try to play faster. Maybe get some time advantage because otherwise we're going to lose this game for sure. So let me do my best to speed things up. Go play H3. Try to get a pass pawn, at least, to have something I can work with, you know? Didn't see that one. This guy is just not missing a trick. Would I rather have 2 pawns against the knight? I think I would. Oh, another good move. This guy is very good, actually. But I do have a lead on time. It's not over just yet. It's not over just yet. Question is, can I hold on long enough to flag him? Probably not. Probably not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not looking good, guys. Not looking good at all. Do I have like a stalemate trap? Do I have like a stalemate trap or something? Oh, it's such a good move. I didn't see that. Ah. Could have prevented that too. I could have prevented that if I would have gone here. I would have had checks. Ah. Nelson, what is wrong with you? I have no tricks, guys. It's over. It's over. Makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. I'm going to let him do it. I'm going to let him have the satisfaction. Yeah. Yep. We just got outplayed from start to finish. He had that really nice move, though. This move was so good. This move really was a brilliant move. Knight to g4. I mean, that is just beautiful. Interesting, if I would have moved the other rook, I'm winning. Because now I can play rook d4, stopping that. Whoa. See, in my mind, I was just thinking this was going to happen. I was thinking, you know, something like this. Like I'm winning. Forgot that he just goes back and now I'm not winning. Yikes. Okay. What we're going to do is put the bishop over here. And go for this unique setup. Oh, g6. Oh, this guy's doing some weird stuff. Playing g6, e6. I'll play d3, let my bishop out. I might play bishop f4, actually. Yeah, I am going to play bishop f4. Because he's giving me these dark square weaknesses. I'm going to try to attack it. I'm going to try to attack it. Okay, we can't go there now, though, because queen a5. So let's play queen d2. Now we're threatening this very annoying move. And it's annoying because how do you defend your pawn, right? Yes, you can play e5, but now you've created a weakness that I can take advantage of, which is exactly what I'm going to try to do anyway. In a moment, when I feel it's the right time. Like now. Knight to d5. Very good. And I will take with my pawn to take away this square from my opponent and open up the f file. And already, I really like my position. I really like it. Let's support this guy. Get ready to castle. Use the f file. Yeah, I like this position a lot, actually. That's kind of annoying. Didn't think about that. I guess we play a3. We still open up the file if this trade happens. So, okay, I'm gonna castle. Get the rook there. He castles. Okay. You know what I could do? I could play b4 myself actually to stop him. Let's do that. Let's do that. Wow, a5. Look at this guy. Rook b1. Takes. Yeah, that should do it. Basically, I don't want to let him push there to chase this knight away. So I'm putting my pawn there and defending it with everything I have. Because this setup is so good for me, I don't want to let him... Like, if this knight gets forced away, then he trades here, and I no longer have a really powerful knight. All I have is a pawn that can't do anything. So we don't want to let this happen. The only way to stop it is by getting there first. An interesting thing happens, right? Like back here, if black is able to play this, their rook is now supporting that push. But now, because I pushed it first, my rook is supporting theirs, is not even attacking it, right? So it's sort of this like race who can get the pawn there first. Okay, so he does this, which is something, but I get to keep my really powerful knight. So that's the good news. That's the good news. Bad news is this bishop is just kind of awful. How do we fix that? I'd love to trade it. Would love to trade this for this. Wonder if I could do that. We could double up the rooks. We could play here, but the king, it's such a long plan, but it does get my bishop on the diagonal that I want it to be on. All right, let's try. Let's try it. I'm gonna go here. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, this is not a good piece for me. This is a pretty good piece for him. If I could trade those off, that would probably benefit me, right? That's the logic. Good luck for this game. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so we take it. He checks me, not a big deal. I'm just going to go back. The question is where? I'd rather be here or here. Normally you stay off the color of the bishop, but in this case, I might want it to be tucked away, and maybe not. Maybe I need the help on these. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was going to, you want to use my queen over there, but I probably not. So I think I should focus on this square. No, wait a second. He offered me a draw. Isn't that a blunder? He offered me a draw. It's a blunder, right? Unless he's setting me up with the psychological trick. Set a trap, offer a draw, so they think you blundered, but actually you have some brilliant move up your sleeve. We're about to find out which one of those it is. It looks like a blunder to me. Looks like a fork. But could be wrong. I don't think I want my knights to get trapped there, although they are kind of powerful. But now then the rook could come over and maybe take. So I think we just take this way. And we got a pawn. We got a pawn. He's threatening to take here. Okay. If I wanted to save my knight, I would move it back. Alternatively, I go here, let him sack it. Takes. Play c4. b5. I'm definitely going to win this pawn. and say, look, your bishop's so bad. I have this passed pawn. Your knight's not very good either. Maybe I should sack it. Or I go here and reroute the knight, and then we take this pawn later. Question is, which one's better? Because here's the thing. If I play knight here, and he plays d5, he's going to open up this bishop one way or the other. Actually, not necessarily. I could just leave it. I don't have to take that. I could just leave it. Okay, let's do that. I don't know. I was very tempted to actually let him sack it because the pawns were going to be very good. Because we would have had this clamped down here. This bishop is just awful, but I don't know if that was enough, you know, to win. He does push, as expected. The other thing I could do is take and then push. And then we keep the bishop locked up that way. It actually doesn't look so bad. Okay, I like that. I like that. Trade off one pair of knights. We'll play e4. Lock down the queen. This is still a very bad looking bishop. And this way we get the connected pass pawns here. Things are going very well, I think, this game. The bishop will come into the game eventually, for example. But it's pretty easy to work around that, I think. And so I think what we do now is just get ready to push. I think we just get ready to push all the way home. Okay. What's the point of that move? Oh, he had to move his queen somewhere. That's why. Okay. Fair enough. I'm actually going to start pushing this guy right away because I could support it very easily, but I also could maybe use that square for my knight. So I'll start with this guy. Yeah, maybe I will put my knight on c. That seems like a pretty good square for a knight. Because then you can reroute to d5 easily. You can also support if you want to push it to b6. I think I like that a lot. Let's say he plays rook c8, knight c4. Rook d8 would create a potential pin. So maybe he plays a rook d8. Then I guess queen b4, just bringing the queen over here to hunt the pawn. No, he's gonna... Ah, okay. Okay. On one hand, I want to take this because I feel like we can open up his king, and the queen could be very annoying. Takes with the rook, takes rook f1. Jack here, is that a big deal? Not really. Okay, let's do it. I think my king can be relatively okay over here. I don't think he can afford to take back with the pawn, because then his king becomes... Yeah, so he's going to do this. So we take. Queen takes rook f1. I get the f-file again. Queen b4 might be a move. Attacks the pawn, defends this. Queen g5 might be a move to if I want to go closer to the king. c4 gets my pawn chain looking nice. So he stops queen b4. Is he threatening anything? Not exactly. So c4. Yeah, let's go. Let's go c4. Let's get ready to push these guys. That's what I said I was going to do anyway. Aha. He wants this. He wants this. But wait a second. Queen f4? Does it force a trade? Alternatively, I could just play d4. Wow. What is going on? So, okay, queen f4, check. I have rook f2, and you lose. I think he would take. I take. He could take here. I do have to go stop that pawn, which is a little annoying. But my king could do it. And then we probably win, although that's not so clear. d4, on the other hand, this is probably better. This is probably better. Now I have 3 pawns. There's no way you're stopping 3 pawns, as long as I don't get checkmated or something. So rook d8, he wants to go bishop e5 and take this. The thing is, that's an easy threat to deal with. I could even play d5, let him go there, and just play queen e3. Easy, right? Really, really easy. Well, he goes here. Okay, well, I could still go there. If he sacks, it's a check. Okay, so we stop that. Everything is looking nice and defended. And now maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Oh no, he's attacking me. He is attacking me. The thing is, if I go there, he's going to try to do this. No, but then I take his pawn. Okay. Okay, okay. We're good. We're all good. Attacking my rook. Let's save the rook. Wait a second. Bishop h6. Okay, let's go here instead. Keep these, at least keeps the rook there to guard the pawn. I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to push the pawns. Okay, he's setting that up. That's pretty annoying, actually. Offering me a draw again. Maybe it's not that annoying. I'm just going to go there. Just going to go there. All right, let's push. Let's go. Let's go, guys. It's time to win this game. I only need 6 free moves. 6 free moves in a row, and we've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'll take 4. I'll take 4 free moves. That'll be enough. There's 1. You got 1. Queen here, queen here. Whoa, rooks don't move that way. 3 more moves. That's what I want. Also, he's got to watch out for this, too. And we are up on time. He keeps offering me draws, by the way. And I keep saying no. This guy wants 2400 so bad. He wants it so bad. I don't think black can survive. Pawns are going to be so powerful. He said cheater. He said cheater. Thinks I'm cheating. thinks I am cheating. I don't mind when people accuse me of cheating. I actually take it as a compliment. Now, I don't have to take the rook, because if I take the rook, he does have check. He might actually have perpetual check. Clever. What a sneaky guy. So what do I do instead? Push, I guess. Just keep going with the pawns. Ooh, didn't see that. There we go. There we go. It's defended, boys and girls. It's defended. Now what? This guy's tricky, though. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He's very tricky. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough today. Not today, Sonny. Cheater report. He said cheater report. Okay. You think so? Greetings from Sweden. Hey, greetings. Thanks a lot. Glad you're here, Sammy. Does that look like a cheater graph to you guys? I don't think so. I don't think so. Although I did have a brilliant move. I did have a brilliant move. Okay, so he blunders. Yeah, he blunders. Oh, wait, what? What? Stockfish says he blunders because of this. And then you have an amazing fork. You know what's so amazing about this fork, guys? Is that the queen has no way to defend the rook. You can't go here, you can't go here. This doesn't defend. So wherever he moves, he doesn't actually get my knight. That's amazing. But the way I did it was actually not good. I played the best move, by the way, knight a3. If I would have played rook a1 and let him do this, this was actually decent for me, though. This position that I was envisioning in my mind. It's equal. Okay. But knight a3... Actually, this is good for black. No, he had a good position here. He needed to play f5. What an interesting game. What a mess. I should have played rook f4. I didn't see that one. Should have played knight c2. Should have played d5. That was a blunder. Oh! Tactic for black. Do you guys see it? Black to play and win. Black to play and win. Anybody see it? Yes, you guys see it. Queen f3. Why is that winning? Well, first of all, I can't take it because check and my rook is hanging. And if I try to go here, the bishop comes in, forces me, I guess, to go back here. But then this is apparently losing for me. Oh, it's... Wait, why is this losing for me? I guess it's not as obvious as I thought it was. Something to do with this. And the king comes and he's got me blockaded and my knight is trapped. And I'm stuck guarding pawns the rest of the game, I guess is what it has to. Okay. That wasn't as obvious as I thought it was, actually. And if I don't take the queen, he then has... No, that's not the move, Stockfish. Queen takes e3, and he takes here. And this is... It's amazing. You would think these pawns would be more powerful, but no. The black is actually winning with these guys. Okay. That really wasn't that obvious. All right. I regret that I had you pause for that. Okay. Anyway, I don't think we have to keep analyzing, do we? Oh, but this is what I was going to say earlier. He almost tricked me, right? If I take the rook, look at that. It's a perpetual check, guys. There's no way I'm getting away from these checks. Actually, no, it's not even perpetual check. It's mate. I'm literally mated. Wait, how am I mated? Queen h3 check? This is a checkmate? Bishop h6? Queen b3 mate. It's like these pawns are just awesome. They just support the queen so well with the help of the bishop. That's incredible. Wow. So it's only a perpetual check if I go over here. And then he just can go back and forth on f5. That's the perpetual check. Whew. Okay, so that's why I didn't take his rook. And I was just like, you know what? I don't need to take it. I just get another queen. And then luckily for me, the queen defends. So there is no longer any risk of this happening. That's fascinating. Okay. I think I have time for one more game, guys. Let's do it. Maybe one or two more. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Who's this? Okay, let's go. E4. And it's time for the King's Gambit and the Bathroom Gambit at the same time. No, he played D5. That's not the move I wanted to see. That's not the move I wanted to see. All right, so this right here, the Falkbeer counter gambit, is exactly why I stopped playing the King's Gambit at a high level, because it's so annoying. You have to take this way, by the way. You can't take the other way because the queen comes out and you get in trouble. Yes, this is what always happens. It's so annoying. I don't know. Let's play d3. I don't know. It's just a really good response. It's just a really good response to the King's Gambit. And unfortunately, at the top level, a lot of people know that, and so that's what they play. All right, I am going to take this and hope that I'm not going to get into trouble here. Because this is a risk. Okay, so I have to choose my next move very carefully here. Hey, welcome to Chess Vibes Academy. Thanks. All right, the threat is probably queen h4. So what do we do about that? Queen d4 check. G3 takes knight f3. Doesn't look right. Knight f3 right away is probably what I'm supposed to do. Should b5 check, then queen e2 to pin it might be an interesting try. But c6, I'm not sure what's happening there. I want to play something that's hopefully not the main line because I want to get them out of their comfort zone. Yeah, let's try bishop check and queen e2. Let's see if we can cause some problems. Do I go there right now or not is the question. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get a little bit wild here. He goes queen e7. So what I like about queen e7 is he's now blocked his bishop, which is maybe a small win for me. Probably not a huge deal, but take what you can get, you know? I'm going to go back, actually, because he's sort of jammed up here. If I take, everything frees up for him. He can castle, and that's really annoying. If I go back, he's kind of jammed up with the pieces here. He can't really develop so easily. So I'm counting on this being good for me. Same deal. I don't want to free him up, so I'm going to play knight c3, let him take into me. And somehow, almost feels like we got a decent position out of the opening, believe it or not. But that's a good move. It's a good move, because I was going to go there next. I was definitely going to go there next. So what, just bishop d2 and castle? Is that what we do? Probably. Has to be it. So somehow we're up a pawn. We played the King's Gambit where you give up a pawn, but we're up a pawn. So that's nice. Can I get away with castling? Does knight g4 cause me problems? Yes, it does. Knight f2. No, I have knight e4. Okay. We're good. We're good. As long as you have a response, you're good to go. We have knight e4. Rook e8. Solid move. Solid move from the opponent. How about knight g3? What's the point? I want to clear the way for the rook. That's basically the point. I want to clear the way for the rook. One of these rooks is coming here. Okay, so we got a good position out of the opening, somehow. I don't know. We could check with Stockfish. I was doing some crazy stuff, though, so maybe we tricked him. I don't know. I was doing some really weird moves. D3 and then... Oh, never mind. Too late to show you. All right, rook e1. Let's go. Got to save the rook, so I will go here. Wait for the file. I'm very tempted to give up the bishop just to mess up the pawn structure. Very tempted. And then I could play knight e4 and force some more trades. And then my pawn advantage might become more significant. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, forcing another trade here. Still have that extra pawn. Which way, actually? I'll take this way, try to either trade rooks or double up. I think we're headed to a nice endgame, as long as I don't blunder something here to the bishops. Bishops are tricky, though, and pretty good on an open board. So yeah, we do have to be a little bit careful. Maybe here. So what you want to do is you want to try to find a way that doesn't give up the file, because giving up the file is a pretty big deal. Now I have it covered pretty well, so it's not the end of the world. So I could probably play here, but rook e5 keeps the file, and if he takes me, now I have these 2 pawns in the center, which looks pretty nice. Yeah, so let's do that. And it keeps the threat that I could double up next move if black doesn't make the trade. Okay? So I like that one. That's a safe pre-move. We are down on time, but it was the bathroom gambit after all. How much did I spend? Yeah, 2 minutes. 2-minute bathroom gambit. Plays g6, so he just defends, but now he allows me to double up, which I'm definitely going to do. And of course, if he takes me, it allows me to get the file. Could take this way with the pawns, but I think I'd rather have the rook controlling the only open file on the board. So he just gives up. Okay. Well, got to be happy with this, right? I've got to be happy with this. I'm going to go here and try to gain some space and kick this bishop around. Trying to avoid getting my rook trapped as well, so I'm leaving these squares open. Okay, he's going to do that. I almost feel like knight e4 is a good move. Does my rook get trapped? Wait a second. Knight e4, bishop d4, check. King g7, check. King f8. I don't know what's going on. Hold up, dude. There's got to be some cool idea here. Hold on. Knight e4, bishop d4. I could even just move my rook. That's actually not a bad idea. Okay, let's go. Let's go. That's a simple solution. Just move your rook. You don't have to get fancy. You don't have to get fancy. But what I was thinking of doing actually was going bishop c3, stacking this. But then he takes and takes my pawn. Yeah. Okay, he doesn't even go for that. Let's take this way. We've got lots of control in the center. We've got... Oh, did I trap my rook? I just said I didn't want to do that. Did I trap it? No, it's not trapped. Phew. I forgot about that, though. No, but I needed to take that way. Because if I would have taken the other way, I lose the pawn. So, kind of had to do it anyway. And by the way, I could sacrifice a rook for this bishop at some point because of the bishop and a couple pawns would probably be worth it. So that's not out of the question. Oh, that's a pretty good move, isn't it? He's going to get the file on me. Yeesh. Okay, let's go here. Let's play f5. We do have this covered, thankfully. So we're going to put the pressure here. We still have the extra pawn. The bishops are the same color bishops, so we're not headed to a drawn ending. Unlikely. Let me take that. And Oh, see, that would be a... No, it's not. It's not. If he goes there, I go here. It's not a blunder. Okay. So I'm going to threaten this. He's probably going to take me, and then I take back. Which way? I think I want to get this rook off of the dark squares because the bishop, so I'll take this way. He doesn't do that. Ooh. My rook kind of is trapped. This could be bad. Could be really bad. How do we fix this mess? Does he have a way to trap my rook, though? Uh-oh. Well, okay, hold on. The only way he could trap it would be if he attacks it. But you can attack it here. He wants to sack. That is such a great move. Oh no. What have I done? I can't believe this is happening, guys. I cannot believe this is happening right now. I don't see a way to stop losing my rook. Is that crazy or what? I literally don't see a way. That's so amazing. Unbelievable. And I have no time to even think about anything. So there's also that. There's also that. Of 9 seconds. Yeah, it's a loss. It's a loss, guys. It's just a loss. Because there's 2 pawns. If it was only 1 pawn, it would be a draw. But because there's 2 pawns, I'm going to lose. Unbelievable. We were totally winning this game. Makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. I even called it. I said, I have to be careful my rook doesn't get trapped. That's exactly what I let happen. The rook gets trapped. So annoying. F5 was the losing move. I needed to get it out right now. I needed to get it out right now. Rook G3 and come around. That's it. He tries to come down here. King D1. He tries to attack me here. Just Rook E3. Let him take it because you have a tactic. Yep, it's trapped. It's just trapped. I'm losing. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's no good moves for me. Yeah, Stockfish says best move is B3. I have no way to stop this tactic. Because my rook can't move anywhere. It's unbelievable. You can't move the bishop away because he goes there. You can't move the king away because he takes it. You can't move the rook. You just can't do anything. It's unreal. This is one of those games where it's like it just kind of happens that way, you know? It's not like certainly, you know, your opponent didn't set this up from the beginning. It's just like, oh, just happens to be a trapped rook there. And now you lose. Like, hate it. Hate it. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, thanks a lot. I should be thankful. How many points can I lose in one stream? What's the record? We might be close. We might be close to the record this time. I'm going to stop the rook from coming there, at least for a moment. Yeah, you can do that if you want. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go. Let's see. He wants to take this, so I guess I have to take with the knight. So I'm threatening the pawn here in the middle. Okay, well now it's defended, so we could take this way if I wanted to, but I'm not sure. Okay. Bishop f5. Okay, I guess we'll keep the bishop alive then. Why did I even play this opening? This is not a fun position to be in because I can't castle. Why did I do this? The thing is, I can't even take with the king because we lose this, right? So we got to take with the knight. You have to take with the knight. Only down 39 points. Okay. Doesn't sound so bad when you say it like that. Wait, wasn't I 2460? I thought I was 2460. That's more than 39, right? This guy is just squeezing the life out of me here, folks. Trying to force some trades. Whenever you have a really cramped position, if you can trade some pieces, that's usually helpful. You're looking at the wrong guy. What other guy are you looking at? Okay. Let me go here. See what I mean? This guy is like, doesn't even give me a second to breathe. Let's go back again. He's gonna run out of pawn moves eventually, right? He's gonna run out of pawn moves eventually. Let's take it this way. We may end up with the classic 2 knights against 2 bishops. Aha. Very good. Okay, at least there's some... that makes me sad. All right, it's fine. It's probably good for me, actually. So now I have a nice square for my knight. I am going to lose this pawn, potentially. Although, maybe not. You could just go here, though. You know, do a trade. It's actually a good trade. Let's do it. Let's do it. Trade this for that. Then my rook is really active. He doesn't give me the opportunity. Okay. No problem. No problem. Option 1, sack a pawn. The rook goes in. The king has to come up. The knight jumps in. It's hard to say what's going on exactly. Option number 2, we go here, take this way. That seems pretty good. That seems good. It kind of forces him to take it because we've got the little fork. Oh, you know what I could have done? Maybe I could have played e3, force him to take and then gone here with the fork, because then he has doubled pawns. Oh, this guy doesn't even want it. What is this? What is this? That seems a bit suspicious. Seems a bit suspicious because now he's probably going to lose both of these pawns. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe he thinks he's going to sneak past somehow, but I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. We have check. He runs. We can attack pawn. Or we can just go behind. I'm going to just go behind because I like the rook here because it's doing a good job of attacking both of these guys. So that's why I like it. If he plays f4, we just take. So he can't do that. So he goes there. Now our knight can jump in and attack it. All right. Knight against bishop. We've seen a lot of knight against bishop endings this stream, haven't we? Now that I think about it, there have been quite a few games that have ended that way. Okay. Guess we take the pawn. See if he wants to trade the knight for the bishop now or not. Nope. Okay. I don't think we should give that up for free, so maybe just b6. Let's go b6. And this knight needs to come back into the action. The question is where? I think here. We could attack this, but then he has f4. Easy solution. I think I'd rather go here. I'm actually okay not trading my knight for the bishop if there's a good alternative. Because I think my knight is doing a pretty good job, so I'm actually fine keeping it around. I want to play c5 and maybe carve out an outpost, and I want to be able to recapture with the en passant. Okay, he's doing that, though. He's just going for it here. Guess I could technically still play this. It's not a huge deal. I mean, this is... Okay, we just take. Fine. Knights are good in locked up positions, right? So I'm happy if the pawns all get locked up, you know? My knight's going to jump around and have a party. Even this is pretty good. Now, I have to be careful. They are in dark squares, right? But I don't see an easy way for the bishop to attack this. The bishop can't get here. So it'd have to come from this way, but my king is there, so I think we're fine. I think we are fine. Question is, do I want to force the rook trade now? Yeah, it should be a winning endgame. Let's do it. It should be a winning endgame because this guy. Not to mention, my knight's going to have a party in this position. My knight is going to have an absolute blast. Jumping all over the place. Let's start here. Hit the pawn. Then I think I'll just push. Push, push, push. Okay. What's going on? Let's see. I think it's time. G5. H5. Here we go, boys. Boys and girls. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not the only one who gets my pieces trapped. Question is, though, is it worth it? Takes, 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 takes. His king is here, my king is here. Okay, so I go, he goes. I go, he goes, I go. So question for the audience, is that a win for me or not? The answer is yes. It is a win. So if you see a forced win, you take it. If you see a forced win, you take it every time. And why is it a forced win? Because his king has to guard this. I'm going to push it, and at the right moment abandon it and take this. And then his king has to guard this, and at the right moment I'm going to abandon it and take both of these. And then I have 2 pawns and a king against the king, which is a win. Now, it's important that you know some like basic endgame knowledge. Like, you need to know that 2 pawns and a king is always a win. Always a win. I mean, I say always. Like, if they're like double isolated and the king is blockading and about to take them or something, that's different. But 2 connected pawns in an endgame against the king, and it's always a win, right? As long as you know that, you can confidently go into this endgame and not worry about anything wrong happening. Nothing can happen, right? Nothing can move. So it's easy. Yeah, the only thing is if he somehow like blockades me from moving forward, but you can't actually do that. I don't think. Because we go here and we come up, and then we push, and then we come up. Yeah, it's fine. Like, there are, I guess, some certain situations where you could make a blockade, but this is not one of them. Like a king and a pawn, like you just can't do it, because I'm at some point going to be able to force this, right? We come over, we come up here. Okay, we take. Now I could even keep this pawn if I want, but I'm just going to use it as bait. Go ahead, take it, buddy. I'm going to go here. I'm going to take this one. And I'll just support this guy. I don't even need to take this one. Yeah, this is actually instructive. Okay, what do you do? How do you win this, right? What's the easy thing? There's a couple of ways. Number one, if you can get your queen in front of the pawn and just sit it there, that's really, really easy. Okay, so that's one thing that I'm thinking about. In this case, yeah, I should be able to do that. So that's probably what I'll do. The other way is you force the king in front of the pawn, and then you march your king closer. Okay, and you can always force the king in front of the pawn. So there's different ways. But let's go with option number one in this case. So I'll bring the queen down. I'm going to just step in front, because once I get there, I know there's no way that the pawn can do anything. Okay, so let me go check. I'm going to set it up first. And now white has a problem, because if they come here, they allow me to get in front. If they come here, I have a fork where I win the pawn. Okay, so the only problem is if it's a stalemate. This is not a stalemate because I see multiple moves for the king. So we go here. And whatever. They can push that as much as they want. Now I just bring my king and get it into the right position. Okay, so I'll go here. And the thing is, the king can never come next to my queen. The pawn can never attack my queen because pawns don't attack that way. So you're never in any danger with this. And now I simply go here and I have checkmate. Don't even need to take it, actually. Yeah, so he resigns one move before checkmate. Yay! We did it! We won a game. We won a game of chess. All right. 82. Okay, great. Let's play one last game, guys. I think I've got one more in me. Here we go. Here we go. Don't forget, reminder, everybody watching, Black Friday sale on Breaking 1500. Links in the description. Go check it out. Playing a 2200. Let's go with e4. Let's go. Let's try again. Hopefully they don't play d5. And we'll be happy. Play d5. Ah. You see? This is why I had to abandon the King's Gambit. Because every time they did... What did we do last time? We took this. We played d3. It worked out okay for us. Let's try it again. It worked out okay, actually. Yeah, this is exactly what we did. I played check. I played here. I will do the same thing. I will do the exact same thing, and I just won't get my rook trapped. I won't get... Well, he plays something different. Okay. Well, this one... Wait a second. What was I planning on doing against this? Queen e2 doesn't work because he takes with the queen. Or does it? I have knight c3. Hold on. Knight c3, bishop b4. What is going on? Bishop d2. Takes. Look at d1. Wow, that is super complicated. If I take, though, then he's going to take here and take back, and there's a double threat. Why did I not encounter this line before? Did I miss something? Oh, I could play bishop c4, though. Ah, okay, maybe that's what I could do. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had a response against queen d5, but I'm noticing I have bishop c4, so probably we're good to go there. Because if he takes me, of course, it's a trade, and then I'm going to just develop my pieces quickly and probably be pretty happy with the position. Wow. Now that's a move I was not expecting to see. F5? Dude, this guy is not scared, huh? He's not scared at all. Very interesting move. I'm going to go ahead and take the pawn, I guess. And then maybe knight c3 to put pressure on this guy. Or... Well, it depends if he takes with the pawn or the knight. If he takes with the knight, I think I'll play knight c3. Takes with the pawn, obviously I have to move the bishop. It's a question of here or here. This one's nice because this is now a very weak diagonal. This one's nice because it threatens to just take this annoying knight out of the center. So, not an easy decision. Honestly, I would probably play bishop d3, but... Okay, against this, I think we just keep developing. There's knight d4, though. No, you can't play knight d4. Wow. See, this is why I have to stop. Because I start seeing things like this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Knight d4. Talk about seeing ghosts. Ah. It's really interesting how the brain works, right? Because you're so used to seeing these types of patterns, right? Oh, fork, you know? But then there's a pin, which you're also used to seeing. But if the brain is, if you're tired, mentally drained, it like just sort of misses little details, right? And then you end up getting scared about moves like that. Really fascinating. Okay, I think I'm going to go bishop d2. Speaking of pins. Ta-da! Now I'm threatening the castle. That looks pretty nice. What's the pawn count? I'm up a pawn. Somehow I keep coming out up a pawn in this opening. It's supposed to go the other way. You're supposed to sack all your pieces. Instead, they're just sacking on me. I don't like that. You're 2050 at the moment. How do you get to 2200? Yeah, I mean, probably one of the biggest things that I did was work on my openings more and try to watch strong players' games, but don't just like casually watch them, like actually like sit down with a game and then every move you ask yourself, okay, what would I play in this position and why? And then you see what the strong player played. You can also do the same thing with Stockfish, but Stockfish sometimes, you know, it's doing crazy stuff that you can't understand. Usually, like Grandmasters, you can follow a little bit better. So that's what I would recommend. It's just a lot of work. Like once you hit 2000, everybody's really, really good. And it's, I mean, like you see it. I win against 2200 a couple times. I get like 2 points. I lose once and I lose like all my points. Same thing with 2000, right? You play against a 2000 rated player. They're very good. You don't get very many points, so it's not easy. Okay, he's going for this trade. But like I said before, I'm up a pawn. So we're going into an endgame where I'm up a pawn. Great. Great. Really great. I don't want to give him the bishop pair this time around. I think I'm going to go with this check. And I think I'm going to go knight f3 and sneak in here. If I can just get a couple of free moves, that'll be easy to do. G5, knight f7. It's a nice little threat. Oh, you know what we could play against this? We could play h4 and then go there anyway, because if you take me, I take back and it's checkmate. Look at that. That's actually kind of beautiful. I think I will play h4 against that one. Uh-huh. h6, h4. I love it. Alternatively, bringing a rook to the center looks good. Ace, a3 to maybe get rid of this annoying pin looks good, but I don't think I can pass up. Okay, he goes there. He goes there. I'm trying to think where I could find some shelter for my king. I mean, I could play bishop d3, but don't really want to do that. I'm trying to be aggressive. I don't like that I'm giving him the option, though, to mess up my pawns. Also, I don't like knight d4. So maybe I go king c1. To avoid knight d4. Let's do it. Let's do it. But I consider playing on my main account more than once a week. It's the only time I get to see you play against strong players. Yeah, I've thought about it, but then I might not have enough time for like the other videos that I'm trying to keep up with. And then also family time. So it's trying to find the right balance. And it seems like once a week is a pretty good balance because a lot of people don't have time to watch much more than that, I feel like. And then if they do, there's other videos they can watch. So I've thought about it. I'm just not sure. Okay, we've got some options now, though, because the knight is no longer pinned. I think obviously we start with this, right? I think we start with this. But I'm ready to jump in with knight to d5. As well. The other thing, Daniel, is like lately, a lot of people have stopped watching the live streams. So compared to like in the past when like 100,000 views, you know, now it's like a fraction of that. And so it just doesn't make as much sense from you know, like if people watch more, I would probably stream more, but because not as many people are watching, I think once a week is probably what I'm going to stay at for now, at least. So how is it going to stop this, guys? I don't know. You can't move your king. King is stuck. You could move the rook, but I'm still going to have a really nasty check. You can't use your bishop. You can't use your knight. I don't really know what black is doing. Like, I don't know why they played a6. So that's their plan. Give me the rook. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take a rook. I like rooks. Also like knights in the center of the board. Let's do that. Let's be a little careful here. I don't want to mess this up. I'll go ahead and defend that. He's going to play b5. I'm going to go back and swing my rook over. Should be 7 is going to happen. Then we're going to go here. Okay, so everything is defended. We're out of danger. This is defended. Just a question of how do we get this rook into the game, but that doesn't look too difficult. Maybe even a4 trade or something could be a way. Why do you always face sub 500 players to make GM caliber moves? Good question. They're probably not all GM caliber moves. I would check that, you know, after the game, see if they did make any mistakes. The only other thing that I could tell you is if you're not playing good moves in the opening, you might be making it easier on your opponents. So like, for example, if you know, move your queen out where it can get captured, well, yeah, they're going to probably take it. And it's like, that was a good move they played. But you know what I mean? Like you have to make it more challenging for them. You can't like put your pieces on bad squares and things like that. So there's probably more to it than that, I would think. I think we're going to go here. Ooh. You guys see a tactic? Tell me you see it. Tell me you see it. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. The only thing is, I guess it's just going to be a trade. Too bad. Because he doesn't have to take me. He could take my knight. Man, almost had it. Okay. Almost had it, guys. Maybe I have a better move. Wait a second. Maybe I have a better move. Like a checkmate. King f6. Oh. King f6. 98 is checkmate. Are we going to see it? It'll be a perfect end for the stream. It'll be a perfect end for the stream. Come on. Come on. Activate your king. Follow the principle. Do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. But it would be nice. It would be really nice. Too bad. All right. Oh, but you know what? You know what? It opens up the tactic for me that we were setting up earlier. There we go. Now, question for you guys. Very important question for you guys. Here's the situation. Do I take the rook or do I take the bishop? And why? Ready, go. Daniel, you often watch the recording. No. Yeah, recording is good. Recording is good too. I think that's fine. I don't think it really matters if it's live or recording. Bishop. Some people are saying rook. Most people are saying bishop. Yeah, so general principle, guys, if you have the option to take a rook, but you're going to lose a piece, or you have an option to take a piece, you should take the free piece. And if you just do the basic math, let's just say these are worth 3, I get 3 points for free, right? If this is 5 and this is 3, and I take and I lose this, I get 5, I lose 3, it's a net of 2, right? So we should take this. Now, the only reason that that would be different is if I'm somehow getting checkmated down here, but I'm not. This is not going to be checkmate because I have c3, I have knight d3, I have options, which I looked ahead of time, but, you know, that would be the only reason why I would have taken that instead. Okay. So yeah, c3 looks pretty good, but so does knight d3. I like knight d3 because it blocks the rook and it allows my king a way to escape and get the rook into the game, which is what we need. So knight d3 it is. Then we can go king d2. And the rook comes over. I don't really want my bishop getting trapped, so let's just pause for a moment and play a4. And now we can continue, and then the rook can come over. Great. Okay, let me go bring it into the open file. So how do we get rid of this? Let's go here, just make sure everything is nice and defended, and then I'll probably just get away from the pin. Which is going to allow me to move my knight. Okay. And let's see, what do we have? What do we have now? Knight here looks pretty good. Gets the bishop under attack. Yeah, am I blundering anything? I don't think so. The rook can't come in. That's defended. Seems like a fair move. Of course, our opponent's about to run out of time as well. That's a blunder. There's a fork. And we will take it. All right, good game to the opponent. Let's check the game review. We got a few points back, guys. Not a lot. Not a lot, but when you're 2460, you basically can't lose. If you lose, you're going to lose lots of points. Still not sure about that first opponent, though. But, all right. Don't forget, guys, Black Friday sale for Breaking 1500. It's actually like a bundle where we've thrown in extra courses. They're older courses, but they were very good. I spent a lot of time on them, and it gives you a whole bunch of extra information for the opening. Some really nice gambits. Actually, some of those gambits in that course, I haven't played for a while. So if you've been watching me recently, you probably haven't seen some of those gambits. And then for white, lots of gambits. And then for black, I teach the King's Indian defense in that one. So yeah, definitely some interesting stuff there if you want to check it out. So links in the description, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, Andrew. Wadi. Doing all right, man. Thanks for checking. Y'all have a good holiday weekend. And there are going to be some videos coming out this week too. So you'll have something to watch if you want. All right, guys. Take it easy. Thanks, Rob, for being here. If he's still here, I don't know. And Steven. Appreciate you guys.
I will see you next time.